Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we are at Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix. If you haven't checked out the last video, go back, go check it out. The American Grand Prix was absolutely just, it was an amazing race. So much happened, so much carnage, safety cars, incidents, just a fantastic race. So yeah, go back, go check out that race if you haven't already. But yeah, here we are. This is the results from the last race. So hopefully you've gone back and checked it out and then come back to this video. We finished in P7 and we actually got the fastest lap of the race. Now we got the fastest lap of the race due to the fact that we did a very different strategy. We actually did mediums to softs as opposed to mediums to hards, which is a standard strategy. So we used our softs to good advantage. And yeah, we actually managed to finish in 7th at the end and score fastest lap. So our first fastest lap of the year, which is, yeah, pretty incredible, to be honest. I didn't really think we'd get one, but hey-ho, here we go. Yeah, now, so we're just going to do the Pirelli Hot Laps Challenge. So we've gone for the average speed one. I've not done the average speed one for a very, very long time, I don't think. So yeah, I thought I'd give this one a go since I haven't done it for so long. In the first run, we kind of ran off track a little bit and got disqualified. So I thought, okay, well, we know what not to do this time around. So second time around, thankfully we didn't go off track. And now we're on to the run, to the line. Are we going to get gold this time around? It's a 131 point. It needs to be 0.9. 0.2. So we were close, but not close enough. Just 0.7 of a kilometer per hour. That is ridiculous how close we were to being the fastest. Or to getting the goal, I should say. Yeah, so if you guys are enjoying this series, I would really appreciate if you guys did drop a like down below. And of course, if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. We've got a lot more F1 content coming your way, especially with like the Grand Prix all getting back up and running now. So yeah, you're going to be getting preview and predictions and some reverse races as well, which I always love making reverse races. And I know you guys do enjoy watching them. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. But now, it's time for qualifying. So, here we are for qualifying, and as you can see, the clouds are building up very quickly here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez because rain is inbound. Yes, rain is expected during qualifying 1, so it's very important that we get this lap in. But Lewis Hamilton into turn 1, dove down the inside, and just took us out at turn 1. So this is important because the rain is coming in the next couple of minutes. So we really need to get this lap on the board. But Hamilton has spun us around. I can't believe he did that. Yeah, Hamilton at turn 1 just dove down the inside, punted us around. But thankfully we had enough fuel and ERS to go again. I mean, obviously we had enough ERS because we switched it off as soon as he spun us around. But we had enough fuel to go again. So here we go now. This is our second lap. We need to get this on the board. We need a banker lap. And here we go now. Into the fast corners. And we spun on the curb. The curb has spun us around. We got caught on the curb. And it's just spun us right around. And yeah, that was a disaster. No other way to describe it. That was an absolute disaster. So I've managed to get back into the pits. Get another set of the soft compound tyres on. Thankfully, the rain has still not started here in Mexico, but it is coming. It's only a couple of laps away. So we got straight back out on circuit with a fresh set of tyres. And now we're going to go again to try and set our first lap that really could see us through to Q2 if we can nail this entire circuit. We've got good pace here this weekend. This has been one of the best circuits so far this season for us in terms of having good pace. And yeah, we've managed to just... I don't know what it is. We've just been able to extract so much more grip and so much more time here than we have at other weekends recently. And you can see here, we go up to P14. So as of right now, we are through to qualifying 2, but we have enough ERS and fuel to go again. So I decided, you know what, we're going to stick at it. We're going to go one more time just to try and secure ourselves in to Q2. And you can see here, we are going up by 0.06 seconds, 0.07. It's going to be a 6,000th improvement, but it sees us up to P11. And with that, we are through to to qualifying 2 because the rain did start to come at the end of the session, and Lewis Hamilton got hit with karma and is down in P21 and out of qualifying. So we'll go to Q2 now and look at the rain. The rain started to fall, and yeah, we already had a banker lap in, but this is our second lap in the wet here at Mexico, and this was a better lap than our first one, so we're going to show this one. The first lap was a banker lap. This one, we were a bit more comfortable, a bit more confident in these conditions, and yes, we were able to go again. And I will say that the rain after this lap deteriorated. It got worse and worse and worse. The rain was getting heavier and heavier, and that meant that we had to nail this lap. We got told by Mark that the rain was going to get heavier, and well, he wasn't lying. So yeah, it's very important that this lap is good. We're currently half a second up on our previous lap, so it's a big improvement over our first lap. Could it be enough though to see us through to qualifying 3? We're currently 2 and a bit tenths up on Alex Albon, and as we go to the line, we're 8 tenths up, and is it going to be enough to see us through to Q3? We're in P9 currently, but in the end, it's P13 for the Mexican Grand Prix. Do you know what? Given how slow we typically are in the wet, I will take that. It's time now for the race.
Welcome to Mexico City, the most popular city in North America, and home, of course, to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. And who, I wonder, will they be cheering on the top step of today's podium? We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6-mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Norris. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Leclerc, Bennett, Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, and Kevin Magnussen. Ricciardo, Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Albon. Joe, Mick Schumacher, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Nicholas Latifi and Theo Pourchaire. Tsunoda, Hamilton, Vettel and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Yep, so another race, another lot of grid penalties. So we're going to be starting this race in P8, which is, I mean, almost got a nosebleed for so far out. We're not used to being this high up, and we absolutely bottle it off of the line. Kevin Magnussen, Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo all get the launch on us. So yeah, we absolutely ruined that one. It was good qualifying. We're still above where we qualified at least, so I suppose in some ways we're still doing quite well. Into turn 1, we go around the outside there of Daniel Ricciardo, and through we go. We're back up to P10, so we're in the top 10, we're in the points, and that is very important for us in this race. To be honest, any points I will take, any points that we can get in this Grand Prix. As we go now into this left-right, into the one of the stadium sections, not the stadium section of course, but one of the 2 stadium sections where all the fans are. And here we go, we're going to be looking for a move around the outside of Max Verstappen. Can we make it? No, we can't. Verstappen starting on those hard compound tyres, which is a bit of a weird choice for me. I don't really know why he started on the hards, because they've not got a lot of grip here at Mexico. They are really, really slow, especially compared to the mediums. So I was very surprised to see Max Verstappen on those hard compound tyres. And you can see here, he's struggling a little bit. Okay, he's all over the back right now of Kevin Magnussen, but yeah, it's not going to be the best of races, I think, for Max Verstappen starting on those hard tyres. Although that being said, he will of course be on faster tyres later on in the Grand Prix, and surely that is exactly what he will be banking on. But you can see here, this is an issue that we have here in Mexico against the AI. Just look at that, we lost like 4/10 of a second coming out of that final corner there. And Verstappen is going to be looking for a move around the outside of Kevin Magnussen. Can he make it stick? And whoa, what's that? That's Bottas. Bottas somewhere. I was just talking about Verstappen on Magnussen. And Bottas missed turn 1. And in missing turn 1, Verstappen and Magnussen have both got ahead now of Valtteri Bottas. And we're coming under attack from Daniel Ricciardo. Can he attack us around the outside? No, he can't. He went for the move, but he couldn't make a stick around the outside. But Valtteri Bottas there, he just made an absolutely massive mistake and went from what was P7 down to P9. A huge mistake there for Bottas as we go now to lap number 4 here in Mexico. And you can see we've got the DRS on Valtteri Bottas. Can we do anything about Valtteri Bottas in front of us? No, we're just going to have to sit behind him just a little bit. Yeah, but you can see here, this is what I was saying about Max Verstappen on those hard tyres. Verstappen has been dropped by Kevin Magnussen, which just should not be happening. Magnussen should not be getting away from Max Verstappen, but yet somehow he is. And the reason for that is Verstappen is on these hard compound tyres, which they just got no grip here in Mexico. I don't know what it is, but these hard tyres are just a very, very slow compound tyre. And you can see here, he's just slow. He's holding up Valtteri Bottas. Not only is he holding Bottas up though, he's holding me up as well, which just, yeah, it's just ludicrous. That should not be happening. That Red Bull is a lot faster than our car, of course. Let's go now to lap number 10, and we're going to go for a move here. We got the DRS. We're going to go for a move down the inside on Valtteri Bottas. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. That is us now, up to P9, past Bottas. And I think the reason we're past Bottas is because Verstappen is holding him up. As now, we've got a yellow flag, and it's Verstappen. Verstappen is out of the Mexican Grand Prix. Verstappen's engine has just failed, and Verstappen is out of the race. And yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, I'm going to say that's because Verstappen knew he had no chance against us, and that Red Bull just didn't want to be overtaken by a Pulse Motorsport car, so it chose to blow up. So do you know what? Can't say I blame him for doing that. But yeah, Max Verstappen is out of the Mexican Grand Prix, and we are now up into P8. And we're getting some decent points here. And look at the pace we've got. We've managed to close up now to Kevin Magnussen, who was about 6 seconds ahead of us earlier in the race. And the reason we've been able to close up to him is because Ocon and Norris, they're absolutely scrapping. They're really going for it here, Norris and Ocon. And with those guys going for it so hard, it's really held up Kevin Magnussen. And it's also brought them back to me. So yeah, here you can see Ocon and Norris, I mean, they've been trading places pretty much every single lap. And because of that, you can see here now, I am right up the back of these guys. And, well, it could be the same situation that we saw with Bottas. I was able to get past Bottas because the car in front was going so slow. But in this case, I mean, look at that. They're going wheel to wheel again and again. And it's the same situation as with Bottas, but this time with Magnussen, where yeah, I'm just a lot faster than them because they're going so slow. Not this time due to tyres, but of course this time due to the fact that they're going wheel to wheel. And that just means that I'm here with these guys, and actually now a top 5 finish is on the cards, which is just ludicrous. We shouldn't be this far up the field, but with these guys just battling so hard, it's bringing them to us. And we're going to go down the inside on Kevin Magnussen. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. We're through now past Kevin Magnussen and up to P7. This Mexican Grand Prix is unfolding very, very nicely for us here today. And this is going to be, this could see us now finishing with a great result. There is no doubt about it that we are going to get a good result here in Mexico now. And these guys are diving into the pits. And it was at this point that I realized I might actually be able to go to soft tyres as well, because the tyres are still holding up. And look at this here. Here's George Russell just exiting the pits in front of us. So we're right now up to P3. And yeah, you know what? At this point, I've made the decision. We're going to stay out and we're going to go to the soft tyres, just like we did at the Circuit of the Americas. Because there's a golden opportunity, I think, for us to score some really good points. So we're going to stay out now on these mediums and go to the soft compound tyres at the end of the race and hopefully get a fastest lap in this race. We can see now we go to the end of lap 18, start to lap 19, and here's Carlos Sainz right behind us. And Sainz, he's got the fresh tyres, he's got the slipstream and the DRS and a much faster car. So So we're not going to fight Carlos Sainz. We're just going to let him go. We're going to brake early into turn 1. And yeah, through goes Carlos Sainz now up to 3rd place. We're down to 4th. But you know what? That's fine. Because we're not battling Sainz. And I know we're not battling Sainz. It's too fast for us right now. So we're just going to let him go. And yeah, we're going to just sit in behind him.
Have an issue. Hang in there. We're attempting to manage it.
Oh no. Oh no, Mark. You've got to be joking. Just as I was saying, we're in a good position here for a great result to score some great points. Mark Priestley just got over the radio to us and said that there is a problem with the car. It can't be another gearbox, can it? We've already had 3 gearbox failures this year. It can't be another one. Let's see what happens. It is! Look at that, it's another gearbox failure. Once again. This is our 4th gearbox failure of the season. Pulse Motorsports need to sort out their gearboxes for next season. We're out.
It's victory in Mexico then. Oh, what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners.
George Russell, winner of the Mexican Grand Prix. Sergio Perez in 2nd place. Something tells me the fans are not going to be very happy about that, especially since Perez was leading quite a lot of this Mexican Grand Prix. But it is George Russell that wins again for Mercedes. It's his 3rd, I think, win of the season. So a fantastic result for George Russell. So as I said, George Russell wins the Mexican Grand Prix from Sergio Perez in 2nd place. Carlos Sainz finishes in 3rd. Charles Leclerc in 4th for Ferrari. Lando Norris 5th. Esteban Ocon in 6th. Bottas 7th. Hamilton in 8th, all the way from P20. Magnussen 9th. And Alex Albon rounds out the top 10 for Williams. In the end, only 2 drivers did not finish the Grand Prix, and that was Max Verstappen and myself. In the driver's standings now, we drop down to P12 as Esteban Ocon scores and puts himself 2 points ahead of us in the Drivers' Championship. And Charles Leclerc is of course leading, but Pulse Motorsports are still in 7th in the Constructors' Championship, which for us is what we're really bothered about now for the rest of this season. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.